Okay, comparing strings. This is the second last slide. So string objects can be compared using relational operators, equality, inequality, membership operator, in, not in. So again, if I say I live in Stamford and I'm looking for like Texas in a string, so it would return -1 or it would return false actually if I'm using in operator. Okay, so compared based on the character ASCII values. What do I mean by that? Is there anyone who knows about the ASCII characters? What are ASCII characters? Okay, so pull up the whiteboard. So ASCII characters means like there is a standard that is developed by computer scientists to allocate a standard value to each character, whether it's a space, whether it's a, B, C, or D, because computer do not understand what is A, computer do not understand what is B. Computer only understands the language of numbers, and that you will be learning probably in digital logic design course or in a computer architecture course as well, if you proceed ahead with the computer science down the line. But everything, whatever key I pressed on the board has a special standard value allocated to that character. So no matter whether I'm using an Apple keyboard, whether I'm using an Apple like a Intel processor system or Dell PC or HP computer, every device has a keyboard, right? And the standard is that whenever a user press A or B or C, a standard value is generated. No matter what computer you're using, a standard value is generated that is transmitted to processor. Only then processor is able to identify what value is that. So just as a reminder, capital A has a value 65. Similarly, capital B has a value 66. C has a value 67. So we were talking about comparing strings. Okay, so if I have a string, let's say A, B, C, and say A, B, C. Okay, so small b, I think they are starting from, I'm not sure, but they are starting somewhere from 96 or something. I don't know. But so value of a small b is greater than the value of a small capital B, the uppercase letter B. So how does Python compare two strings? This is what we were discussing. So if we have like this ABC equal this one. So first of all, these are comparison is always case sensitive. So they are not equal. This is true. For example, another thing is, let's say I have ABC1 and ABC, or let's say Z, or say capital A here, and sorry, yeah, capital A here, and there is a small a. So how does Python compare two strings? They actually compared based on the ASCII values. So if I were to ask you if ABC A is greater than ABCA, they are not equal. We can clearly see that because of the case sensitivity. Capital A and small a clearly can tell us that it is not equal to string. But if it is greater or smaller, so Python compares these values based on their ASCII values. So small a has some value around, again I'm not sure, it's 96 or 98 something. Or if let's talk about what I'm sure about. Let's say if I have a string A, B, C and A, C, D, for example. Okay, so here it would start comparing with the value of A. 65 here is also 65. Okay, we can say that it is not greater. Currently we do not know whether it's greater or not. B is 66 and here C is what? 67. Okay, so which means that this one is greater than this one, so the answer would be false. Okay, so when we have strings like this and we want to compare whether they are greater or smaller, then Python compares with their ASCII values. You do not need to worry about anything. All what you need is to just specify the string and Python will take care of everything. So here are some examples. Hello equal hello, this is true, which is not true here because I have an exclamation mark. So here Yankee Sierra is greater than Amy Wise, so Y, capital Y, would have a greater ASCII value because they are in order starting from 65, 66, and so it would be greater than A. So first character actually determines that this string is greater than this one. It's true. Okay. I have a question, Hannah. Oh, I thought you were raising hand.
Oh, I do, but no.
Where?
After the last one.
Last one. Okay. So here again we are using a membership operator in Joseph. So Joe is not present because this is we are looking for the lowercase j, lowercase letter j, and what we are finding it in the uppercase, so it's false. Similarly, Saf in Joseph is found because SEPH is something which is present in this string. Okay. Sorry. Yeah.
Oh, I don't know if you're getting to it, but I was wondering if like there is a method to like automatically make something lowercase or uppercase or something.
Yeah. So I mentioned that. So these are the list of methods that you can perform. So lower returns a copy of the string with all case, all characters, lowered case, upper strip, title. So there are different kind of methods that you can run to get to the complete list of methods that you can run on string. Please follow the official Python documentation. Okay.
Yeah.
All right, so this is all about the string methods, and we are done with today's lecture. You can now proceed ahead with the lab after taking a break of 10 minutes probably.